Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and get started. It's been a while since I have done a live stream, and um, I'm sure not many people are gonna join us today just because it's been so long and I didn't really give an announcement that I was going live. I just wanted to go ahead and do it just because it's been such a long time, and I felt like it was time to go ahead and do another live stream. If you guys enjoy this, that watch this afterwards, make sure to let me know in the comments section, and I will continue to do live streams. I will do my best to schedule them so that you guys can actually know what time I'm going to be going live and be prepared for that. I know this was kind of just out of the blue, so I apologize for doing that. But again, like I said, it's been a while since I've done a live stream, so I wanted to do another live stream. I really enjoyed it when I could. I think the reason that I actually stopped doing live streams on YouTube was because YouTube banned me for like 3 months from doing live streams because I showed like a clip of a movie or something, and they banned me from doing live streams for like 3 whole months. And I tried to get that ban revoked, and because I'm not that big of a YouTuber, they basically said they didn't care. They were going to let the automated system do what it was supposed to do. But I literally showed like 10 seconds of a movie, and it was a clip that was on YouTube already. I literally was watching a clip from YouTube on my live stream. But anyways, rant over. Let's talk about Bitcoin today. So, as you can see, Bitcoin is still moving above the 200-day moving average. It's steadily climbing. We had this like huge spike in both volume and price on April 2nd, and the price rose like $1,000 in a day. And we've just kind of slowly been climbing. We took this slow creep up to 5,300, and it kind of dipped back down a little bit, had a little bit of a correction there, and we're slowly climbing again. I think a lot of the hype is coming back into the market. Google Trends. Let's see what Google Trends has to say about it, guys. Okay, when was this? Yep. Okay. So if you look in the past 12 months, whenever the price skyrocketed on April 2nd, Google Trends went way up. And you can always coincide the price skyrocketing with Google Trends. Like if you take a look at, let's take a look at the past 5 years. So this graph right here of Google Trends and Bitcoin is going to look a lot like this graph. So let's take a look at that again. So right here was 2017, the end of 2017, whenever the price reached close to $20,000 a piece. Then we had a little bit of a bounce right here, and then it kept falling, and then we had another bounce, kept falling, another bounce, kept falling. You can see bounce, fall, and then I think this was that last bounce right there. So Google Trends pretty much aligns with the Bitcoin chart, and it's kind of, I wouldn't call this an indicator, but it almost is. So things are definitely looking more and more positive on the technical side. I think right now we're starting to reach the accumulation phase where more and more people are starting to buy back in. A lot of the people that probably sold at 20K might be buying back in now. It's just we still might have a ways to go though before we reach those numbers again. But this is a really good sign. The MACD looks good. It looks like we might be crossing again, and that could be a really good sign. We'll have to wait and see. The CCI, we had that huge spike on the 2nd, and obviously CCI dropped. But all in all, it's still a little bit too early to tell based on technicals what's going to happen. There's a lot of fundamental reasons though right now that Bitcoin is looking better and better. And one of the articles that I was reading on Crypto Coin News was actually something that I've talked about a lot in the past. For those of you that have watched my channel for a long time, you know that I've talked about mass adoption quite a bit in the past. And this article that I read on CCN kind of hit the nail on the head. And I won't read it to you guys, but I guess I could put it in the chat for you guys. The main thing that they're talking about here though is retirees. And once Bitcoin becomes simple enough for a retiree to be able to purchase it and hold it and know what's going on with it, that's whenever mass adoption will occur. Because right now the stock market is incredibly easy to get into. If you want to buy stocks, there are so many avenues that you can take to do that. There are so many applications on your phone that you can use. There are so many brokers that you can use to do that for you. In fact, you can just hire basically anybody straight out of college to manage your portfolio when it comes to stocks. But you don't have all of those avenues. You don't have all of those applications yet in the cryptocurrency market. We're getting there. We're definitely getting there. And I'm seeing it more and more every single day. And that's great news. But in order for us to really reach mass adoption, there has to be simple ways to invest your money. And we're just not there yet. But once we are there, I think we're going to see a boom in the market that we haven't seen yet. Yeah, 2017 was awesome, but there were a lot of reasons that led to that mass surge in the price of Bitcoin. And I think a lot of that was manipulated, but there's still really no explanation out there for why that happened. You could call it tulip mania, you could call it whatever you want, but there's no 100% guaranteed explanation as to what exactly happened with that. So a couple of things that will lead to mass adoption are things like this. I clicked on this article that this is back in January of this year. Final testing phase of Fidelity nears launch of cryptocurrency trading and custody platform. So this would be a huge plus in the cryptocurrency market because Fidelity is one of the largest investment companies here in the United States. They broker a lot of deals for just your average Joe. And with them launching a cryptocurrency platform, that could introduce a lot of new people into the market that just haven't reached the market yet. So this would be a really big deal. Fidelity still hasn't reached its peak, or hasn't finished its testing phase, obviously. But I think once this comes, we're gonna see some major moves in the market. And then another platform that was supposed to be out by now, I believe, was Backed. And once this one comes out, we're going to see a little bit of movement in the market as well, I believe. Now, obviously, this isn't going to have the backing that Fidelity, Fidelity is a huge investment company. So we're not going to see, major moves like Fidelity, but this is still going to be a huge deal. So I can't wait to see what happens with this. Jay Constant asked, hello, what's your top 3 coins? How did I know that as soon as I started live streaming again, I would get that question? Right now, my 3 favorite coins that I've been basically enjoying watching have been number 1 is always going to be Bitcoin for me. Bitcoin has always been my favorite and probably always will be, just because it was the first. It introduced my love to cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. And I believe Bitcoin is what is going to be massively adopted by everyone. So Bitcoin is going to be my top choice. If I were to invest money today in any cryptocurrency, it would be Bitcoin. 2 and 3, I think 2 would probably be EOS. I really love that project. I invested in the ICO on the first day for EOS. I really enjoy that project. I think it has a lot of room for growth, and just the amount of transactions per second per day are just incredible to me for a blockchain. And we can have a debate about how decentralized is it really, and that's fine, but there's still a lot of room for growth. It's a brand new blockchain. It hasn't even been out for a year yet. They still have plenty of time to add more decentralization to that network. But just the amount of transactions that it's creating, the decentralized applications that people are building on top of that blockchain are just incredible. I think there's so much room for growth in the price of EOS for decentralized applications, and I just think that they're doing a lot of great things. If you take a look at and this is what I've been using to measure blockchains. If you take a look at gambling applications on top of blockchains, and you take a look at how quickly each transaction is occurring on the blockchain, that is kind of like one of my tests to see, how well that blockchain performs in transactions per second. And EOS has just amazed me with the way that you create a transaction on one of those gambling sites and it immediately posts to the blockchain. And And then my third choice is going to actually be uh, the BAT token. I'm actually using the Brave browser right now. I think I have a link in my description below for anybody to sign up uh, to the Brave browser. And if you use my link, I think it helps me out a little bit. I think they send like a little bit of BAT tokens to me for every sign up. So just wanted to throw that out there. But what the Brave creators have done with this specific browser is just it's insane. They've created a browser that blocks all ads for you. It has a built-in ad blocker. It allows you to, I guess, support your favorite content creators by sending BAT tokens to them each month if you choose to. It allows you to view ads if you really want to and earn money, earn BAT tokens by viewing ads. I don't think that's been implemented yet. They're still in the testing phase for that, but just incredible ideas coming out of the Brave browser developers. I really enjoy doing more and more research on that. And if you don't have the Brave browser, I highly encourage you to give it a shot. I was using Chrome for the longest time, and I just recently switched well, not recently. Over the past year, I've kind of switched over to the Brave browser. I still have Chrome installed for certain things, but I just really love being able to load a site and everything, all the ads automatically get blocked for me. I don't have to worry about, do I have the right ad blocker installed? Everything is right there for me. What do you think about ONT, ICX, and Engine? So of those three, I think Engine would probably be my favorite. Just because I'm a gamer and that kind of speaks to my heart in a way. Ontology, I have a little bit of ontology myself. I don't think that I would put any more money into it just because I want to see it used for its purpose first. I want to see, a mass adoption of that before I would invest any more money into it. But I'm not really that familiar with ICX. I haven't done hardly any research on it, so I can't really talk about that one. But Engine seems like a really cool idea. I think that there are actually a lot of gamers that are interested in cryptocurrencies, and if you look at some of the top streamers, even on Twitch and stuff, a lot of them accept cryptocurrencies. They're starting to get interested, so that could be a huge deal right there. We'll just have to wait and see. But great questions, man. Really great questions. The next topic that I wanted to talk about was bad actors and censorship. So something that I talked about the other day was who is Satoshi Nakamoto? And why does that matter? And why is John McAfee saying that he knows who Satoshi is and he's going to reveal who it is? The fact of the matter is there are a lot of incredibly bad actors in this space. It's still a brand new market. There's still so many ways to scam people out of money in this market. And so you're going to have bad actors. That's just the way that it goes, unfortunately. There are bad actors in every market, though. But because this is such a brand new market and a lot of people are uninformed about a lot of things when it comes to this market, it makes it incredibly easy to scam people. And one of the ways that people are trying to scam people nowadays is by claiming to be Satoshi Nakamoto. And by doing that, you can say, okay, I'm Satoshi Nakamoto and I'm going to basically bring back Bitcoin the way that I intended it to be. So stop buying Bitcoin as you see it listed on all of the exchanges and come buy this brand new Bitcoin that I just created called Bitcoin SV. So for those of you that are unfamiliar, Craig Wright is a computer programmer, an Australian computer programmer, and he has made the huge claim that he is Satoshi Nakamoto. He's even suing people now that are saying that he's not Satoshi Nakamoto. And the fact of the matter is, he's not Satoshi. He's not. But he wants people to believe that he is so that he can get them to buy Bitcoin SV, thinking that he'll make a huge profit off of this. I'm talking about this because by doing this, people that are informed realize that Craig Wright is definitely not Satoshi Nakamoto and had nothing to do with the creation of Bitcoin. So, a lot of large exchanges, starting with Binance, just delisted Bitcoin SV. And a lot of people on the other side of the aisle started claiming, well, this is censorship. This is censorship. I read an article this morning, actually, titled Bitcoin SV's delisting isn't censorship, but it's still a problem. And I don't think that Bitcoin SV getting delisted is censorship, and I definitely don't think that it's a problem. Because when it comes to a market, the people that make up that market decide the price of the market. And when it comes to cryptocurrencies, the investors or the people holding the crypto make up the market. And if we decide that we don't want a specific cryptocurrency on an exchange, or we just don't buy into that crypto, then the exchange is going to have to delist it because there's not enough volume. So, in a way, I guess you could say that the market is censoring Bitcoin, but I look at it as Bitcoin SV, I should say, not Bitcoin. The way I look at it, though, is the market is cutting out the tumor. I don't think that this is a bad thing at all, and I don't think it's censorship. I think this is a market responding to a bad actor. Like I was saying before, a lot of bad actors in this space, I think the market is saying, okay, we don't trust this, we don't want to purchase this. And that's what's going on here. I don't think that this is censorship in any way, shape, or form. Censorship is whenever a government impedes on somebody's right to freedom of speech. I don't think that this would be labeled as censorship in any way. I think that by cutting Bitcoin SV out of exchanges, we're doing the world a service because they're not getting scammed. When SV gets delisted, will they try to pull Bitcoin down? What do you mean by that? Are you asking if exchanges are going to delist Bitcoin? or are you asking if the creators of Bitcoin SV are going to do everything in their power to destroy Bitcoin? Because they're already doing that just by listing this crypto. But anyway, I think there are a lot of people in this space that have good intentions that do really shitty things. Like, whenever BCH came out, Bitcoin Cash, I genuinely think that people in that space were trying to do the right thing, but they didn't know how. And one of the things that is really shitty about Bitcoin Cash is the fact that they own both the Bitcoin Twitter handle and they own Bitcoin.com. So they're labeling BCH as Bitcoin, even though it's not Bitcoin. And they're saying that anybody that purchases Bitcoin on an exchange is really just purchasing Bitcoin Core. It's a huge debate that's been going on for a very long time, for several years now, actually. And I don't think it's going to be going away anytime soon. But the thing is you have to realize that the market determines what something is, like I said before. And the market has determined that the developers on the Bitcoin Core team are developing Bitcoin. That group hates Bitcoin and want to destroy Bitcoin. Instantly withdraw everything from Binance. Why do you say that? But yeah, we've seen this in several different occasions where bad actors have come into the space and they've ruined something and still had it listed. And by doing this, by delisting Bitcoin SV, I think that we're doing a service to people in the future that might have gotten shafted by purchasing this, by believing that this is the real Bitcoin. Because it's not. Like I said, the market makes up that determination. And they've decided what Bitcoin was long ago. Bitcoin is moving in a very great direction with scaling. The Lightning Network is moving right along and doing great things. They have a YouTube channel, and Craig said something in that trend. Ugh. That's just awful. But anyways, guys, if you have any more questions for me today, I've been streaming for about 30 minutes. I said that I would do a 30-minute stream today. That's what I told myself earlier. I just wanted to get back into live streaming again since it's been such a long time. I really appreciate everybody that tuned in today. That's really awesome. I wasn't expecting anybody to watch today since it's been over a year since I last live streamed on YouTube here. So thank you guys for tuning in. That really means a lot to me. And I'm going to try and set up a schedule for live streaming so that I can talk about crypto news and, we can do market analysis, both fundamental and technical sides of market analysis. And then my buddy Matt, that is my partner on crypto market investments, I'm going to try and have him on the show again as well. I think that would be a lot of fun. I think we could offer a lot of information for people that are trying to do research. But yeah, that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you again so much. Jay Constant, thank you for all the questions. You're awesome. And greetings from Holland. Awesome. Thanks, man. Y'all have an awesome day. Crypto Clay out.